Hello and welcome to the Grumpy Old Man. I've got a bit of a cool episode for you this time. I was going through my Twitter feed and I came across a whole bunch of tweets by Jack Posobiec. And oh geez, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. I suck at names, but hopefully that's correct. And he actually went postal. He started retweeting a whole bunch of messages that the lefties have been putting up over the last 4 years, basically talking about how insecure the voting system is. And now, of course, it's, they're the most secure system that we've ever had and they can't be wrong, blah, 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 because Trump supposedly has lost the election. And these are really hypocritical, these tweets. So I thought I might go through them with you and have a bit of a laugh. So let's start off with this one from the NBC 15 News. The 2016 presidential election rollercoaster is not over yet. Experts think voting machines may have been hacked. I do believe that was when Trump got elected. First time around, yeah. But of course they're secure now. Absolutely secure now. Let's have a look at this one. Election expert Haldeman tells Senate, absolutely, voting machines can be hacked and votes change. We must start preparing now. June 22, 2017. Oh, these are going to be good. If you were a Republican elected official waking up to Trump's unwillingness to say Russia hacked the election, better go back to bed. Back to 2017, that one. Oh, geez. Let's have a look at this one. Washington Post. Can't see a date on this one. But as Georgia rolls out new voting machines for 2020, worries about election security persist. So, a little while back, the actual Washington Post had a few issues there already. They were querying it. Let's quickly switch over to this one. Kyle Griffin from earlier this year, 17th of the 1st. Georgia election server contains evidence that it was possibly hacked before the 2016 presidential election and a 2018 vote that gave Georgia Governor Brian Kemp a narrow victory over Stacey Abrams, according to an election security expert. Again, we go back to 2016 and 2018. Oh, so we had problems then. That's not good. The House of Judiciary Dems, what's that, 2018. On February 8, 2018, all House Judiciary Committee Dems sent a letter to Chairman calling for immediate hearings examining the US election infrastructure after a senior security official revealed that Russia hacked the US voter rolls. Wow. Already issues, and that's going back 2 years ago. Did they do anything about it? Did they act on it? And what do we got here? Experts urge Clinton campaign to challenge election results in 3 swing states from November 2016. Oh, what's that? Exactly 4 years ago from when I'm making this video. They found persuasive evidence that results in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania may have been manipulated or hacked. The group is so far not speaking on the record about their findings and is focused on lobbying the Clinton team in private. Issues back in, what was that? 2016, yeah. Wow. So, they have concerns, but there's no concerns this time around on their behalf. The lefties, whatever suits them, I guess. Who we got? John Leguizamo. He's the actor. What's he got to say? Isn't it a weird coincidence that the battleground states, Pennsylvania, Texas, Georgia, and Florida do not have paperback for their voting machines in case they get hacked? So no recount. Election stolen again. Oh well. 2018. I was talking about the midterms. Wonder what he's got to say nowadays. Yeah. It's probably just like all of them. It's the most secure election we've ever had, or you've ever had. I'm in Australia, so I'm okay. All right, who we got? We got Justin Gray. Reminder that blah, blah, blah have been reporting on this issue for years. Back before the 2016 election, I showed how a touchscreen electronic voting machine, like the ones used at every polling place in Georgia, can be hacked in a matter of minutes. A federal judge ruled Monday, back to 2018, that Georgia can continue using electronic voting machines in November's election, despite concerns they could be hacked. Let's have a quick look at that. Wow, and they let it go ahead, knowing that it could be hacked. That can't be good. What do we got here? Why are the Republicans purging hundreds of thousands of voters in Florida and Texas? Why do we still have voting machines that can be hacked with no paper trail? Why won't the Trump admin spend needed money on election security? Well, he's been warning about it all year, this year. He said they're really prone... Oh, that was Barbara Streisand. No, they're not back. Back from 2018, the midterms. Well, Trump's been complaining about it all year. You know, he's made everybody aware of it. And now that the election results, you know, aren't that clear, the lefties, you know, the Democrats are going, oh, they're secure. It's no issue, no voter fraud issue. You know, most secure ever in history. Balderdash. There's no evidence that Georgia voting machines have been hacked during the election, but computing experts say malware could be written so that it's untraceable. Back from earlier this year, March 13th, 2019. Edward Snowden, in July 28, 2019, watched the voting machines used in US swing states get hacked to rig an election. New York Times demonstrates why every voting district needs an auditable paper ballot. Voting machines are known to be insecure. It's a 5-minute video on how it's done, and it was released by the New York Times. Aren't they the ones that are screaming out the loudest that it's secure at the moment? Yeah, of course they are. From Vice Communications, US election officials and voting machine companies insist election systems are never connected to the internet and can't be hacked. What have they got to say? The voting machine company in the country insists that its election system have never been, possibly including some swing states. But researchers found 35 of the systems have been connected to the internet for months and possibly years, including in some swing states. August 2019. Wow. Big think. Researchers' voting machines can be easily hacked. We've heard this every election cycle, but it feels particularly poignant now. Yes, it does. 2019. We got one from Chuck Todd here, April 19, 2019. Curious why the number one response to this report by every elected official isn't concerned on how easily the Russians hacked the election and how way too many Americans cheered this on and hoped it was true rather than ethically decide it should be stopped. Hypocrite. Hopefully you're saying the same thing now. Probably not. Probably not. And, I mean, you can see there's quite a number of people. Oh, look at this. Here's my buddy, Alyssa Milano. She's a nutcase, that one. What's she got to say? I feel the need to point out, this is from 2018, to point out again that our voting system is vulnerable to attack. Citizens of 13 states will be voting in the midterms on insecure, obsolete, hackable, paperless voting machines that cannot be recounted. Yes, we know that. That's why we're jumping up and down at the moment. Or rather, Trump is jumping up and down. But you're obviously not part of the issue anymore, are you? Oh, what's this one? Here's an excellent 5-minute video called I Hacked an Election. So can the Russians. It shows how you can remotely rig a paperless Diebold voting machine. These are the same machines that were used by all Georgian voters in the 2018. And guess where the problems are? Georgia. So basically that gives you a rundown of what's actually happening. A lot of people are hypocrites, and because they think Biden has won. Of course, there's no issues whatsoever with the voting system, and yet there's court cases left, right, and centre, and evidence coming out by truckloads, and they're just everywhere at the moment, and we'll find out in the next couple of weeks. So anyway, hopefully that just showed and put the light on a few more hypocritical lefties there, as they always are. Hope you enjoyed that little quick little episode. I'm the grumpy old man, and bugger off.